when you go back to who you are as a person and what you want to create and stay to that and don't look at other people and what they're doing, and also be progressive and push a bit of boundaries, you can just create new spaces for people.
Hello and welcome to this special conversation on ETH Insights. I'm with a very, very special person indeed, and really special. She has flown all the way from Sweden, Gina Dirawi, who is a television host, a comedian, an author, and a very well-known TV personality back in Sweden. And she has something to offer to India as well. Gina, welcome.
I love this introduction. Amazing.
Thank you for taking time to come all the way from Sweden.
I'm so excited to be here. I've never been to India. I already love it. So I'm very happy to be here.
So from the perspective of a comedian, author, anchor, how does India look to you?
India looks, full of culture, I'm very obsessed with people's hair, actually, because I told you.
You're talking to the wrong person.
Yeah, we can fix that. No, but it's just like I'm seeing all these girls, they have this long, very thick hair. And I told you I'm creating a brand with the Palestinian olive oil that comes and stems from my grandmother always used to oil her hair. To get thicker hair and better skin. And I know you have it in the Indian culture as well. So I'm sitting and talking to Indian girls and preparing. They think that coconut oil is better. I think the Palestinian olive oil is better. And we're, talking about it, but it's very exciting.
Okay. So you're trying to find a market here. Why does the Indian market excite you in the first place?
I just had a gut feeling. I go a lot with intuition. As I said, I've never been to India, but then I saw something about business in India and I just had a gut feeling that I should come here. It's very, instinctive. And also because you have a culture with oiling your hair. And I think a lot of people in the West, they're so used to putting toxic products on their skin and on their hair. And they don't know that we have these rich traditions that stems from thousands and thousands of years. And I really want my generation of people to look back on what our mothers taught us or our grandmothers. I mean, we have it in our culture, but we choose to put these toxic stuff on our hair and we don't need to. And I know that in India, you also have it in the culture. So I saw that this was like a gap and also a way of bridging my Palestinian roots, because we have like similar things going on. And I think that it's very interesting. Instead of teaching a market about something, it's interesting to go to a market that already have it in their culture.
Look at the way the world is getting connected.
I know, it really
You're
is.
from Sweden.
Yes.
Trying to get Palestinian oil into India.
Yeah.
How beautiful is it?
So
what does
beautiful.
It tell you about the world and how is it changing?
I mean, it's so globalized right now. And I think there's so many ways. As I said, I've never been here, but I know there was a Palestinian artist who was just here also. And she sang an Indian song. Her name is Ilyana. But in Arabic, and we also have the henna and all the things. We have similar cultures, and I think it's very nice to see those things that really connects us and how we can bridge the cultures with one another. So I think it's a very exciting time.
Wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about your work in Sweden, because the Indian audience would like to know about what you do. Tell us a bit about what you do.
Well, I was really known as maybe the first YouTuber in Sweden. This was like 13, 14 years ago. And I started making satirical comedy sketches from my parents' bathroom. And then that exploded. And then I started hosting all the biggest TV shows in Sweden, like the Swedish Grammys, Oscars, Idol. And I had several of my own TV shows. And then I got into theater and music and, writing books and now this brand. So it always has been for me to talk about my story and my identity and bring it into art, because I think art and creativity is a very powerful way to connect to people and share a story and create a new space for you in the world. I was one of the first Middle Eastern people to be on that stage in Sweden. So it was really, bridging a new gap or coming into space that no one has never been in before in that sense. So it's been a really exciting journey. But I'm excited to go out more into the world.
Absolutely. So the market for social media influencers And for people who are creating wonderful conversations
Yeah.
with different audiences, that's also exploding in India.
Yeah.
What would be your advice to them?
Always go to your authentic story and always go and not trying to be someone else or something that you're not. You always have to go back to who you are as a person and find power in that. Because I think a lot of people, like as for me, when I grew up, I didn't see anyone who was like me. There was no representation. I didn't see myself on the magazines or on the screens, etc. So of course there was this part of me that always thought that, is this a possibility for me to reach these goals? Because I've never seen myself. But that is the power of creativity. You can create a space in the world and you can be, you can co-create in your reality and you can change the reality. And now in just 10 years, everything has changed. So I think when you go back to who you are as a person and what you want to create and stay to that and don't look at other people and what they're doing, and also be progressive and push a bit of boundaries, that can create, you can create new spaces for people.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That was Gina Dirawi. She is a comedian, a television personality, and an author in Sweden. And she has crafted a wonderful story for herself. Being from a Palestinian background, she now wants to sell oil, hair oil, to Indians. And we are going to see that story unfold as well. Gina, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you so much for having me.
And you're watching ET Edge Insights. More conversations coming up.